Hello, well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to CodingScientist.com. You are watching one of the most beautiful series on autonomous drone bots, Zero to Hero special series, Build, Code and Fly. Alright guys, so in the previous video I showed you the manufacturer's pre-built video actually, basically to put together your drone bot's entire frame, the structure, the body, right? I hope you guys are ready. In case if you have a different frame like F450 or F550 or any of the low cost frame, that's pretty easy to assemble. You know, there are also frames which comes with a pre-built PCB board to directly solder the motors and your electronic speed controllers, ESCs. So you may go for that, or if you want to go ahead and build a professional level drone, you may go for the one which I am building right now. Alright guys, so once you're ready with the build, it's time to mount the motors, and the way we are going to mount the motors is it's pretty easy. It's just about 4 screws on the arm. You have to place it. I'm going to show it to you right now how I mounted. But before that, what we might want to do is we probably have to take a look at the structures, right? How it has been built. If you can see, the frame which I am using is basically a foldable frame. So I can just can you see this? I can just unfold it, and it's pretty easy and compact to store it anywhere. So it's a pretty high quality frame made of very hard carbon fiber and aluminum, and this is how I mounted the motors. So this is the brushless motor I am using, and there are 3 wires. Basically, you get about 3 wires here. So these wires will be connected to your ESCs, your electronic speed control, right? So I'm going to show you in a minute how to connect and stuff. But just for your understanding, to know how the motors are mounted, bottom is the screws. At the bottom there are 4 screws. You need to just place the motor, and from the bottom you have to just screw it. So it's as simple as that, right? And of course all the 6 motors are connected. I am yet to build the ESCs and rest of the electronics. All the electronics will be mounted here on the top, and at the bottom plate here the cameras and the LiDAR. You can mount the LiDAR here, and the batteries at the bottom. And above this there's going to be another deck on top of it, on which I am planning to mount the GPS and a couple of other electronics as well. So as we go forward, the build is going to take shape one at a time, slow and steady. Alright, so now let's take a look at it from power distribution point of view, guys. So there is a board called power distribution board. You might want to use this board, or you may want to just give a parallel connection in a common PCB board. I would suggest go ahead with this board. It costs just about 300 rupees. It's very cheap. So this comes with the bullet connector. All this black, the brass color ones, can you see the black and red, the brass metallic stuff? It's called the bullet connectors. Okay, and what you got to do is you have your electronic speed controller like this, right? This is your ESC, which comes with 2 different wires here, which is your positive and negative. The red one is positive and the black one is negative. You have to solder a male bullet connector into this. Okay, I haven't done it yet. I'm going to do today. You have to solder a male bullet connector. So this one is a female bullet connector in your power distribution board, in your PDB board. Okay, so once you solder a male brass bullet connector here, this will get into this particular socket. So the red goes to red and the black goes to black. Alright, and same way there is another ESC, electronic speed control, here, and here one. So there are totally 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 different motors you can connect, 8 different ESCs. For this particular drone we will be using only 6 of that, but rest 2 I'm going to leave it empty. So I strongly advise go ahead and pick up this power distribution board. It's really handy and useful. Instead of we can avoid ton loads of messy solderings using a PCB board and giving a parallel connection or a serial connection. Sometimes it's risky as well. This comes with a mounting point, 4 screws, which I'm going to mount it on the drone. and this junction is directly connects to your battery, your LiPo battery. So the other aspect to look at it from the ESC point of view, this ESC, if you can see it here, there are three connectors, the female connectors, right? These three female connectors goes to your drone motors. So the way it connects is, let me just show it to you in a second. So here you can see there are three wires, right? So there are three different wires in the brushless motor. One is black, one is red, the black and the red and the yellow. So black and red is your positive and negative, which you can see it here. There is, if you see in the ESC closely, there is something called A, B and C. It's written as A, B and C, right? So there are 3 points here, A, B and C. So A and B will go to positive and negative like this, okay? And the signal goes to the C point, right? And depending upon your configuration, the way we are going to configure your drone board, right? There is something called CW and CCW. So what is CW and CCW? It's clockwise and counterclockwise, which I am going to talk about that in a later series while we fix the propellers and stuff. So when we go ahead and fix the propellers on the motors, right? So we need to check the polarity of the direction, clockwise or anti-clockwise or counterclockwise, the way it rotates. So depending upon that, we might have to interchange these wires. We have to just unplug it and put it in a reverse order. So that's the way we are going to do. But much before that, before even we plug in our propellers, we need to calibrate each and every motors, right? I'm going to show you manually how to calibrate using your FlySky remote controller, and then we will start building the rest of the electronics and keep things ready. Alright guys, so I hope you guys got a glimpse of where we are heading to, and once our build is ready and the ESCs are ready, connected and calibrated with the motors and fixed, and then we will go ahead with Pixhawk configuration, right? So Pixhawk, which takes a couple of lessons actually. I'm going to show you step by step how to calibrate your IMUs and accelerometers and the compass and stuff like that. So it's going to take a while, and GPS, the most important thing is the GPS in Pixhawk. So we need to calibrate that accurately. So that's going to come along. For now, I would suggest go ahead and pick up this power distribution board. It's called PDB. You can just search in Google. You'll get it in Amazon. You'll get it in ton loads of other sites. You can go ahead and buy it and keep it handy. So until then guys, once you're ready, I'll be back soon in the next lesson. We will walk you through the next steps, what we are going to do. Goodbye.